Hi, my name is Alasia Lawson, and I will be singing Lift Every Voice and Sing. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has brought us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has taught us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Let us march on till victory is won. Thank you.
I'm grateful because number one, God, I didn't know what HIV was all about when I was when I was 18, I didn't know nothing. So I started praying to God and He put me in the right direction. That means that I went to all the different organizations that deal with people HIV positive like myself. So I started educating and everything about related to HIV. I was crazy about it because I want to know what it is. So I say years going by, now I know how it is, but the support group helped me to talk about it. And that's why we're there. HIV support group is there for us to talk about anything you want and to support each other to make sure everybody doing the right thing.
My heart is not at peace. The spirit of stigma is chasing me and discrimination as well. Whenever I sleep, I hear sounds of stigma and discrimination. And whenever I move around my community, these are the same sounds that I hear. My community, where are you? I'm dying because of you. Why? But why? I have become a hit song to the young and the old. And that song is that I'm sick. No. 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 I'm not sick. But I live with the virus. My community, I'm a human like anyone else. I just need love, care, and support from you. Together, we can end HIV.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. This is the International Conference on Stigma. We appreciate your time and efforts to register and connect with people around the world. You are not alone. There is hope. Thanks to the organizers and Howard University for creating the platform to raise awareness on stigma. We look forward to hearing your stories. Let's break the chains of stigma together. Have a wonderful time.
My name is Olokem Yoguntimei and I live with sickle cell disease. At the age of 18, I had to feel suicide attempt. I lost all form of hope of surviving sickle cell disease because of how badly I was stigmatized. I hated who I was. I became extremely ashamed of myself. I lost my confidence, my self-esteem, and became depressed. I hated going to hospital because I don't want to be called a sickler. However, because of my experience on stigma, I choose to become a sickle cell advocate creating awareness and educating people about sickle cell disease. I don't want anyone living with sickle cell to be stigmatized just like I did. I believe stigma thrives in ignorance, and education plays a vital role in reducing stigma. Thank you.
Brian C. Jones from Cleveland, Ohio. We've got to show that peer led models, people living with HIV helping each other, is the best model because it not only helps each other with our internal stigma, it also helps with how we are viewed to the public at large. It's important that people living with HIV are seen not just people who need help, but as people who can help very much. And the only way we can achieve this is by allowing people or putting people living with HIV in positions of power as it relates to educations and trainings, allowing those education and trainings to be implemented, presented by those people living with HIV. We have knowledge to share, and we also need to be seen as people who can very much help.
Stigma has encouraged and motivated me to share my story and be more open. I recently shared my story on Instagram after many years of being silent. And the reason being is because I had been sharing my story with so many people that I wanted to be the person responsible for my narrative. I had noticed that individuals who had been recently diagnosed with HIV often took on the stigma of the world, the negative thoughts about it, how you got it, things like that. And it became heavy and most difficult to accept. It also became difficult for individuals to seek treatment because they wanted to be disassociated with it. But I would speak to them and talk to them and share my story and my journey just as an encouragement to overlook the stigma and the doubt.
Indianapolis, Indiana. I do a lot of volunteer work. Most of the volunteer work that I do is at the Damien Center and also at BU Wellness. I would like to comment on what role does peer support play in decreasing stigma. It does a lot. It does a lot of good. I had a lot of stigma thrown at me the first few years of me being diagnosed with HIV. I am living into 23 years of it. I fight stigma a little bit every day, but not as much as I used to. I try to show my peers that we are not our diagnosis. We are people. We have families. We have grandchildren. We love on our grandkids as much as we can. We love on our families. Whoever will let us love on them and be our regular selves because we are regular people. This needs to be known. This needs to be expressed. We need to show people we are not our diagnosis. We are not our diagnosis. We have a long, healthy life that we can live as long as we take our medicine. You equals you. I love myself.
Hello, my name is Dashita Kroon, Peer support helped me in many different ways, but mostly it taught me how to care about myself, feel better about myself, and to know I'm not alone.
My name is Oluwakemi Oguntime. I'm from Nigeria and I live in sickle cell disease. Peer support plays a vital role in reducing stigma because peer support provide a safe place where people feel loved, heard, and seen, making acceptance easier. Peer support reduce shame. Peer support provide a place where people can learn and be empowered. Peer support eliminates the feeling of loneliness and isolation, which give assurance and hope to the people. Peer support is an important tool that can be used in reducing stigma in the society.
The first thing you gotta do is wake up early, like I do, and take my medicine because everybody medicine work differently. Mine, I usually do at 7 in the morning. I take my medicine faithfully with good breakfast and all that. And then in the afternoon, I take more. At nighttime, I do the same. And I keep a track of it because I know that if I take my medicine, I'll be able to be healthy and undetectable. And that's what most of the people want when you're HIV positive. You want to be undetectable and high CD4, so like that you don't go through nothing.
I feel like this is a really white girl thing to say, but the stigma of having an HIV diagnosis has affected my relationship and dating life the most, mainly because I have to, I tell anyone who's interested in me like that what's going on before they even, go to kiss me or anything, because I figure if, a single act of affection is already in mind, that means others, and that it's a very real conversation I have to sit down and have with people. And it's very, very uncomfortable. I think I will never get used to the look of just fear and shame that enters people's faces as soon as they hear my status. So yeah, that's my story.
Hello, my name is Asima Ajara. I'm from Uganda. I'm 24 years old and I was born with HIV. I'm an HIV advocate and a co-founder at Unrated Dig Tech, where we deliver medication to our fellow young people living with HIV who can't go to the hospitals. I grew up with my grandparents, where I faced stigma from my grandpa. He told me many words that would make me feel worthless, not wanted, not loved. So I hated myself. I later quit taking medication, which resulted to me getting rashes, and later they found out that I had missed medication. I had to face counseling. But of course, with me being big-headed, counseling didn't work for me. One day I told my counselor that the reason you're doing counseling is that you studied counseling and they pay you for it. But the day you take one tablet out of my bottle or any bottle, you shall understand how this feels. Then I shall start listening to your words. The counselor was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do for you. Later, I was called back to the hospital. They called in another peer who was older than me, cute, smart. I could not even believe he was HIV, really. I could not believe. But of course, I'm this person who wants to see evidence before you start telling me about counseling. So he had to go and look for his file, show me his file, show me his medication. Later, I believed whatever he was saying, because now I had someone where we share the same story, who knows what I'm going through and how I am feeling. So it gave me a way of opening up to him and telling him what was my issues. With that support from him, I got to join another group of my fellow young people living with HIV on our WhatsApp. It was all fun, family love, whereby we used to gather, meet up, and then check on each other. remind me of medication. I remember that time they switched me from first line to second line, which was atazanava. I started swallowing well, slowly, and the rush that I had gotten went off. I started clearing up. So later I contested to be a Miss Y+, that is Miss Young HIV positive in Uganda, where I became the first runners-up 2018. And I did that to just fight for the people, be their voice, tell them that there is more to life than the HIV we're having. There is a lot that we can achieve despite of us having HIV. So as for now, I am still advocating and sensitizing people through social medias, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook. I have a YouTube channel. Teach them about HIV. I teach them about how to take safety measures and also how to overcome stigma, do disclosure. And at the same time, I'm a peer counselor. Me and my fellow colleagues who came out, who overcame stigma, we decided to come up with an organization called Unrate Dig whereby we help our fellow young people living with HIV who have busy schedules, who are at school, who are disabled, who are sick, to do their drug refills and deliver them to their places of convenience. Thank you for attending the International Stigma Conference. Remember, we are beyond our HIV stories. We are beautiful stories. We can be anything. HIV can never define us.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Michael Senyonga. I am a young person living with HIV and coming from the Rwenzori Mountains in Kasese district. My simple question is, how has stigma changed my life? Stigma denied me an opportunity to participate in events, to participate in opportunities that would have changed my life. I actually suffered with stigma, and later on, through the International Conference on Stigma, and together with the role that my peers played, I have overcome stigma and I am free. I encourage every young person outside there to overcome stigma because it's a disease. Once you overcome it, you become the best. Thank you. My heart is not at peace. The spirit of stigma is chasing me, and discrimination as well. Whenever I sleep, I hear sounds of stigma and discrimination. And whenever I move around my community, these are the same sounds that I hear. My community, where are you? I'm dying because of you. Why? But why? I have become a hit song to the young and the old. And that song is that I'm sick. No. 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 I'm not sick. But I live with the virus. My community, I'm a human like anyone else. I just need love, care, and support from you. Together, we can end HIV.
Hi, I am Maruli Togatoro. I am from Merauke, South Papua, Indonesia. I am a person living with HIV, and I am also a health working as a dentist. I know my HIV status since July 2014 in Jakarta. At the time, I was found to be in a sickly condition because I had entered the 8th phase. At the time, my immune system was very low, so I was very easy to get sick with only 10 CD4. I am just waiting for that but it turns out that that hasn't come to me yet. So I try to be more excited and also look for the right HIV/AIDS information. Then I did treatment by taking antiretroviral properly and correctly. Slowly, my health condition began to improve. My immune system was restored. Now I am healthy both psychically and psychologically. The amount of the HIV virus in my body has not been detected, and my immune system has also returned to normal, just like people who are not HIV positive. Now I work in a government hospital, namely in the field of HIV/AIDS, namely as a counselor. Since I found out my HIV status, I immediately opened myself up to the wider community. I am a health worker and also a person living with HIV.
My name is Ulwakemi Oguntimei. I live with sickle cell and I'm from Nigeria. How can we move forward? We can move forward through educating and creating awareness. Stigma thrives in ignorance. Creating awareness and educating the general public reduces stigma. Sharing of our stories. Stories as a way of connecting to the mind and souls of individuals. People can easily imagine themselves in that story, which increases empathy and reduces stigma. Encourage the creation of more peer support groups, making use of media, arts, and entertainment in passing the right information from time to time.
My name is Nazwatina from Uganda. I have sickle cell. Peer support has really helped me to understand my mental health and to be able to go for treatment. I have depression. I didn't know I have depression until I met someone who was going through what I'm going through. And with the help of that person, I was able to access services for my mental health. I was also able to fight self-stigma. I used to hate myself. I used to have suicidal thoughts. I used to hate going out in society. But peer support helped me to become a better person. Thank you.
The first group that I went to, it was a mix of people. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic. It doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, whatever. It's a support group that we support each other. So back then, it was one particular organization they were dealing with people with HIV positive like myself. So I decided to go with them, and they teach me everything. And because of that, I'm grateful that I did that, because now I know how it is to be HIV positive. And back then, I didn't know, so I was not educated about it.
7 years ago, a college mate told me, "You're always sick, you'll die soon." And this was because I was always missing exams, and lecturers thought I was fake being sick to dodge my exams. But every hospitalization was a close-death experience. Here I am, 7 years on, thriving. Of course, we do live long and productive years. As a sickle cell warrior, this is the only way I can impact my community, raise awareness, and tell people that say this disease, it exists and it can be prevented. I have sickle cell disease, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Sickle cell is a genetic or an inherited blood disorder that causes severe and life-threatening complications. I constantly battle with fatigue and sometimes painful episodes that are called crises that last for a week or days. Some of the stigmas I faced in the pageant industry was in a form of cyberbullying and making me feel less important. Like, you want to be a Miss Sierra Leone, yet you have a condition, a debilitating condition, like a feeling of unworthiness, making me feel less of a person. As a victim of a stigmatic condition, sickle cell, I do feel like there is need for awareness and education. And there are parts of the world and country, of course in the rural settings, people think sickle cell is a witchcraft. I want to take away the fear and stigma attached to sickle cell. I want people to see the beauty, humility, and raw appreciation of life that comes with this disease, and how it has changed me for the better. Thank you, Howard University, and the organizers of the International Conference on Stigma for creating the platform to raise awareness on stigmatized conditions. Let's break the chains of stigma together.
Geographics on the beat.
I wrote this song as I was making the decision to be public. I've lived with HIV for 20 years. I'm looking forward to being an advocate in my communities. This is Positive Sunbeam. I am a positive sunbeam walking on Mother Earth. Who will love me? How do I love? Where is my family? Who can I trust? Will you know me? Can I know you too? I am shining bright. Do you see my light? I am a positive sunbeam walking on Mother Earth. Who will love me? How do I love? Can you hear me? I listen for your call. I can see you. You can see me too. Can I touch you? Will you touch me too? I am a positive sunbeam walking on Mother Earth. Who will love me? How do I love? Will you be my family? Can I love with you? Will you care for me? Can I care for you? Do not fear me. I will not fear you. I am a positive sunbeam walking on Mother Earth. Who will love me? How do I love? Sunbeam magic glows and shines from our hearts. We are free to be free, you and me. We are alive and well, finding our way. We are positive sunbeams walking on Mother Earth. We will love you. We are positive sunbeams walking on Mother Earth. We see you. We are positive sunbeams walking on Mother Earth. We love you. We see you. We love you.
apart, we found each other. Feelings touched our hearts. Now we are lovers. Choices there are many for the choosing. Chosen we have some to make and keep us one. Top and bottom, a perfect match. Names and labels to us, some attach. Happiness, like most, is what we want and seek, and our pride and dignity to keep. Oh, choices, choices, there are so many. Hell would be life without any. Out of choice, my love, we have chosen each other. The heart and body does not always agree with the head when it comes to who we love and with whom we share our beds, with closets full and overrunning, like you and I, out of shadows, many are coming. I think if asked, most would agree with you and me that it's freedom of choice that makes life worth living, brings joy and meaning to loving. Oh, loving. Choices, choices, there are so many. Hell would be life without any. Out of choice, my love, we have chosen each other. 'Cause that's what we choose, and our hearts tell us to do. And if dreams still come true, if dreams still come true, I dream of the day the world respects and accepts this choice of many, this choice of two. You're loving me, my loving you. By choice I need you, by choice I want you, by choice I love you, and my choice I make love to you only. The joy you have bought and bring to me is almost beyond belief. You are beyond belief, and I thank God for you, my love. I thank God for you, my love. Choices, there are so many choices, and I thank God for you, my love. I thank God for you, my love. I thank God for you, my love. Choices, there are so many choices. I thank God for you, my love. I thank God for you, my love. Hey, choices, there are so many, many choices. Thank God for you, my love. Choices. كل الأصدقاء أتتبش لنا choices so many choices showing by distance